Hello, I am Nicole Arrington coming to you from Helena, Montana with Big Sky Cards. And today I have a wonderful card to show you using both those part of that poppy bundle that they put out several years ago, but we're going to be using the Poppy Moments dies. So that cuts out all those beautiful poppies and gives you all those gorgeous layers. And then the painted labels dies, which goes along with that poppy stamp set. And I think my sentiment is going to be coming from the best year. So we'll go ahead and get started. We are making a double easel card. So for that, I have a piece of Poppy Parade cardstock that is 4 1/4 by 11. I will go ahead and score that in half. And oh my goodness, this color combo would not be something I would pick. I mean, Poppy Parade, which is kind of an orangey red with the yellows and greens, but I think it just works. It's really, really amazing. All right, so I am going to take my piece of garden green cardstock that is 4 by 10 1/2, and I am going to score at 2 1/4. And at 5 1/2, and I just give it a double burnish. Do you have to? Nope. But it just means that there's more. And then I'm going to fold it in half like that, and fold it in half again like that, and then I would guess I'm a pretty big fan of these double easel cards. They are so cool. Just gives you so many more layers. Okay, and I'm going to adhere this in the middle, like so. And then I'm going to take some DSP paper that, ooh, I cut off just a hair too much. That's what I did. I did not cut my cardstock right. Alright, well, this should be this should be 3 3/4 by 5, but I got it wrong. So I'm going to cut off 1/4 inch. Save that for a rainy day. And now I've got that. Like so. And then another piece of DSP that is 3 1/4 by 2 1/2 will go right along here. Like so. Now, here comes the fun part. Alright, from the painted labels die, I have this lovely swirly label, which is just awesome. And I am going to take Happy Birthday to You from Best Year and stamp that on there. You know, but again, you can change it up but keep it the same. So you like this card? Oh yeah, let's use Poppy Parade. Let's don't use black. Let's try this in Poppy Parade. So, I mean, you like the 100% layout, but you don't need any more happy birthdays. Guess what? Make it a thank you card. Make it a Mother's Day card. Use whatever sentiment you need, because that's why you make cards, is to have exactly what you need when you need it. Alright, so right there I've got my happy birthday to you, very nicely stamped. We can put that away, and I can clean this off. Oops, there's some red on my stamp. Okay, and then we get to do the fun part. Now, pre-cut up from the painted or the Poppy Moments. So I have all these pieces pre-cut from all of this, and now we get to kind of assemble it and make this card beautiful. One thing I did keep, this happens when you die cut, is when you are running your plates through your machine, sometimes your machine bounces, you know, and the dies bounce, and you get something that looks like this. And I absolutely hate this. So my tip or trick for you is to just take your dies, and as you can see, all of mine, some of them I clean off better than others, but I'm always seeming to use these dies. So I have washi tape still attached to all of them. They're also not on a magnetic sheet, so I just leave the washi tape when they're still in this packaging. But when it gets on the magnetic sheet, I usually do take those off. But you can pick up washi tape all sorts of places. I know, like, Michael's usually does like 3 for $1 or 3 for 99 cents. So just pick up a roll, and it just keeps it in place even when you don't need it to be in a certain spot because you're not die cutting out a stamp. It seems to save time and frustration that this stuff doesn't happen when your machine bounces around on you. So that's just my tip trick of the day. Okay, but now we can move on from my tip of the day, and I am going to take some Daffodil Delight. I think technically it's Bumblebee, but Daffodil and Bumblebee seem to work quite well together. So much so that they didn't make any Bumblebee blends. Okay, and I just put just a little bit of glue on the outside perimeter, and we'll tap that down, set that aside. We'll move on to the next. Like that. Like so. And I literally am using the multi-purpose glue that Stampin' Up sells. I think it's amazing. So the Tombow, all I am using is just this, and I just put it in that container because it's got the fine tip, and it works like a dream. Okay, so each one of these gets their own little. And now that my fingers are getting sticky, what I'm going to do, instead of touching those because they won't come off, is I'm just going to take my take a pick tool, and once I got a little bit of glue here, I'm just going to put that down so that I don't get more glue on my hands. Again here, that's upside down. Your take a pick tool. And so many people I know absolutely love this take a pick tool, especially if you're having a hard time picking things up with your fingers because you've got arthritis and such. My really good friend, she does, and she just is going, my fingers aren't working anymore, so she is always coming up with tools to help her, and that take a pick tool is one of her favorites, just because she has so much arthritis in her fingers. Okay, so there's a two-toned leaf, and here's another two-toned. So this is Poppy Parade, Daffodil Delight, and Basic Black. And my leaves, I am using Mint Macaroon. I want to call it Sage, but Sage hasn't been around for goodness knows how long. Mint Macaroon and Garden Green. Okay, so these are all assembled now to be put on this accordion-like card. Amazing card. So the very first thing I'm going to do is on this layers, I'm going to attach. You can see that that was a very good piece of scrap. I'm reusing my scraps. Alright, so I've got my happy birthday to you, and behind it I'm going to have my leaves. And really I should have assembled, well, pre-assembled, but I didn't. Or done a quick layout to make sure I like how this is being assembled. And then come in with that. I think I want that more under. I don't like it sticking out. There. And then the last one, I'll just put a little bit here, like that. And then I've got this beautiful flowered card. And let's not be hasty here, because to truly finish this card off, I feel like I could use none other than some bling bling. Okay, so each of my little poppies will get a little, one of the 3 millimeter rhinestone, and the large one can get a 4 millimeter rhinestone. So let's go ahead and I'm going to take my take a pick tool. Oops, there we go. And what I haven't done this time is you just squeeze a little out. You take off the old stuff, you squeeze a little out, and then you back it off so that you've got it sitting there ready to go, ready, happy for you. It just makes it so much easier. Okay, I've got my pile over here that's fallen down. Oops. There we go. Give it a little bling bling. Okay. Alright. So if you like this card, I've got a couple options for you to be able to reproduce it. Below you will find my shopping list that you can go on to my online store and buy everything that I used or the things that you need to make this card, and or else on my website I will have this as a card kit that you can just purchase, and you don't need anything but a glue. I mean, that's all you need to make some cards. So please check out my website, bigskycards.com, for these card kits. Also my online store, if you would like to purchase any of these items I have demonstrated, because they are awesome and you can make so many cards with them. Please do leave any comments below. If you have questions, you can leave them in the comments, as well as you can email me at bigskycardsnicole@gmail.com, and I will happily get back to you about anything. So thank you so much for watching, and happy stamping. Bye.